What's up, guys? Welcome back. I haven't posted on this YouTube channel in ages, but I will make sure to post more frequently. And I decided to hop on here today because I wanted to speak about the experience as a female Uber driver. I used to drive Uber in Las Vegas for about a year when I used to live there, and it was definitely a unique experience. So I mostly post about the subject on my TikTok channel, so make sure you follow in case you haven't. And if you're coming from TikTok, due to me talking about it all the time on TikTok, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because on YouTube I will be able to just film longer videos, get deeper into like different subjects, also give you guys advice and like how I was able to like earn the most money. As I mentioned many times, I was making about $50 to $60+ an hour driving Uber. That was the main reason why I was kind of like doing it for so long and like stuck to it, because it was definitely a really great help and generating money to invest in my businesses and also to network. Okay, but let's get right into it. I will give you guys, I don't know, a few subjects, a few things that people ask me all the time on TikTok under my videos. So I feel like it's very important to first talk about the main reason why I got into driving Uber in the first place, because it was not really, I was not overthinking a lot of things, because literally the only reason was that I ordered a Tesla and I had to wait for that Tesla at the time for about 6 months. Okay, that was the time when everything was popping. Everybody was ordering like a Model 3, Model Y, like the Model S was like you had to wait for like 2 years. The Model X you had to wait for like 2 years. So it was really like a long period of time. And I also at that time had a Range Rover, and I had to sell that Range Rover, like trade it in. And obviously it's not that easy to like just trade in like a $75,000 car. Like I couldn't just like put it on OfferUp or sell it. And the problem was at that time, Tesla was not allowing you to like trade in any cars. I think now it's different. I talked about this on TikTok as well, but I think now it's definitely different. You are able to like trade in your car with Tesla, but at that time it was not the case. So I went to Land Rover and I was able to actually trade in my car with like, I don't know, $1,000 loss or something. I also took very great like care of this car, so I definitely didn't really like lose much of value or anything. So I was able to trade in my Range Rover at a fair price, and then I was expecting the delivery of my Tesla. So what happened was, when I first moved to Vegas, I ordered that Tesla. So at that time, my address on my driver's license was still in Miami, because I used to live in Miami before. And literally a month after I moved to Vegas, I ordered that Tesla with my driver's license still being in Miami. Okay, so that representative from Tesla put in the address from Miami into like my order, and then it said, oh, it's gonna get delivered at this and this date, and I was ready for the delivery, traded in my car. And then I called Tesla and I was like, okay, where's my car? And then they pretty much told me, hey, your car is gonna be in this and this location in Miami at this time. I was like, I don't live in Miami. I ordered this car in Las Vegas. Like, it was a whole like mess. So I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna rent a car until that Tesla arrives, so I have some kind of car, because I had to drive around. I have like my Amazon businesses, so I have to like drop off packages every day. So I need some kind of like vehicle. So then I came across the rental program through Uber. So I was trying to like obviously rent a nice car. I saw, oh, renting a Tesla through Uber, but the only requirement is that you have to like make a Uber driver account, and you actually have to like, I don't know, verify to like do such and such many rides a week to like be able to rent that Tesla. It was also not like obviously the best deal. I mean, you were paying like $400 or $500 a week, so that's also like not really cheap. If you think about it, you're paying like $2,000 a month. So I rented that. Mind you, I'm also in Las Vegas. Okay, so in Las Vegas, obviously Uber is a very great market. I heard about it many times already, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna try this out. I'm just gonna get this Tesla, I'm gonna rent this Tesla, I'm gonna go online on the Uber app, and then I'm just gonna like figure it out. I'm also thinking about, oh, what if something happens to me? What if I get kidnapped? What if this and this? You know, I'm thinking about like the worst things. Like, I'm already like also watching like true crime episodes, all that stuff, you know, like everything is like that right now. Everywhere is a true crime episode or a true crime podcast, so I'm listening to all of that. So obviously I'm trying to be very careful, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm also a woman, I can't like just, I don't know, it's not that easy for me maybe people think they can take advantage of me, or I don't know, maybe everybody's drunk in Vegas and like tries to take advantage of me. Like that was definitely things I thought about in my head, and that's definitely something I considered. But at that moment, I just thought about, okay, what's the easiest for me until I get my Tesla? So I'm just gonna rent this. I'm just gonna do a few Uber rides just to like do it. You know, it's not gonna be that bad. I can do like 4 or 5 or 6, you know, like just to like have the car, and that's it. And maybe even make some money back. So I don't even pay that much for the car. I just like the Uber rides pay for the car, and then pretty much I have a free car. So that's how I was thinking in that moment. So then I actually drove Uber. I started driving at like around noon because I was like, okay, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to drive at night or anything. So I'm just going to drive like in the daytime where there's obviously less risk of anything, or maybe less drunk people or anything else. So I'm driving and I actually started making money. So the thing is, it was actually really easy. Like I was really scared. I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna act? Like people are gonna get in my car. Like this is like my first time ever like driving Uber, being like an Uber driver. You know, how am I gonna act? Like what if people ask me questions? Like, I don't know, I have to be like nice, you know, I have to give like, I don't know, customer service, be like, hey, how are you? Whatever, you know, like have a chit chat. And it was very scary in the beginning, I have to tell you, especially with a Tesla. You also have premier rides. And the premier rides, I'm telling you, I was so terrified of doing this premier rides because I was like, oh my God, these people are paying so much money. So what am I gonna do? You know, how am I gonna act? You know, but obviously now it's all different. Like now I already had like Chevrolet Suburban, everything. I did premier SUV. I did like the highest of the highest. I drove like whatever, celebrities, everything. Like now I'm like, I'm good, you know, but like back then, like the first time I was like, okay, like this is kind of scary. So did that, and then actually ended up making like $350 that day in like 7 hours or so. And I really was like, okay, I just made the money I paid for the car for the whole week almost. So why would I not just do this like all the time? Like I have time anyways. I have like my Amazon business is already set up, so everything is like an Amazon FBA. Everything is like selling by itself. Like marketing is all set, you know, I don't really have to do like much, you know. So I had a lot of free time, like a lot of free time. And obviously you can think now, oh, definitely you can use your free time to like just, I don't know, go on vacation, do this, do that. But obviously I'm in a stage where I'm still trying to like make more money, invest more. Like I have to get to a bigger stage to be at like, oh, I'm just going on vacation, you know what I mean? So I'm not there yet. So I use that time obviously to make more money. And then the good thing is too, I started posting on TikTok at the same time. Like I was making money driving Uber, and I was talking about it, and everybody's going crazy and like commenting and, oh, you are lying, no way you make that money, this and this. I started pulling up like receipts, obviously posting screenshots, making videos about like, oh, I made 700 this day, 650 this day. Obviously nobody believes me still to this day, which is fine. So, and then pretty much that's how everything started. And obviously I started like monetizing TikTok. I started like, I don't know, getting commission of certain things. So it was all like actually very convenient. So yeah, and then one thing just led to another thing. So this was pretty much how I got into Uber and how I stayed doing Uber. So now getting to the subject of like, how is it to be a female Uber driver? Like, do I get hit on all the time? Like, do I have to be scared? Like all that stuff. Like I can tell you right now, like obviously this is maybe everyone's situation is maybe different, but I can definitely tell you, out of all the hundreds of rides I did, like I got maybe hit on like twice. Like I'm telling you, I think especially when you are female, I think guys are so like terrified or scared these days too to like say anything or do anything wrong. So especially now in these days where like everything gets reported and everything is like really like sensitive, you know, I just think that's something that's maybe people are like more trying to be like respectful, which I appreciate, you know, that's for sure. And I don't know what it is. Maybe they're scared to like get kicked out, get banned from Uber. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know. I actually personally made really good experiences, which I cannot say about the other way around when it comes to like male drivers. I feel like male drivers get hit on a lot, like especially if you're a good looking male driver, you will get hit on a lot, especially in Las Vegas, because drunk girls don't care. Other than that, I have to say that Las Vegas is a in my opinion, a very safe market because it's just really touristy, and it's really like a lot of my rides are literally just families, like parents with their kids, like friends groups, you know, like stuff like that. It's more like, or couples, like a lot of couples I was driving. So I feel like it's just very touristy. I would not say the same about other markets. So there's definitely cities where I would say I would never ever drive in. Like, I don't know, like I don't want to discriminate cities right now, but for example, I would probably never drive in, like, I don't know, I don't even want to name any cities, okay, because then I will be held accountable in the comment section, which I don't want to. But it's just there's certain cities, probably even like LA, to be very basic, I would probably not drive in LA. I would probably not drive in New York. Just to name some big cities, it would be probably not something I would want to do. Like Las Vegas is a really great city. If you tell me, hey, go and drive Uber in that city, I don't know if I would think the same about my safety or what feeling I would have as a woman. Even now, I can tell you now I live in Massachusetts, so I definitely drove Uber in the beginning of being here, and I thought about it many times to like maybe do it again, like here and there, because I made really good money. Like I had, like, I don't know, Saturdays where I drove for like 4 or 5 hours, made like $500-600, like with my Chevy Suburban, like driving like Premier SUV, Uber XL. Oh no, sorry, Uber and Premier SUV doesn't exist here in Boston, but like just driving Uber XL. But the thing is, it's just, I don't know, I'm just like, not that I had any like bad experiences, but I'm not just now just like overthinking things, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do it or not do it, you know. It's just, I just rather stay in my little safe bubble, you know, like that's just how I feel, because I'm also not really like a people person. So that's just one thing. Yeah, of course I like to hustle, I like to make money, but it's just the least people it involves, the better. That's how I see it. I'm sorry. So obviously you have to like figure out what is best for you, what works best for you. Obviously, if you're scared, terrified to do Uber, then obviously don't do it. A lot of people comment on TikTok, oh, this is so scary, like I would never have strangers in my car. Like if it's guys or girls, like it doesn't matter. Which I can totally understand. I can totally understand that. I can tell you, as an Uber rider, you probably never have to be scared, because it's really like all the Uber drivers are super like background check, like it's everything, like the license, like they have all the information of us. The scary thing I feel like is that when you're an Uber driver, because the Uber riders most of the time don't even have like their government names or anything. It's really just like nothing. So it's like a letter or something. So that's something that's just really like doesn't make sense. So that's something which in my opinion should not be like that. I feel like the Uber rider should be also like background check and all that stuff. But obviously then Uber would probably lose a lot of money, because then other people would be like, oh, I'm just not gonna do it because it's too much of a hassle to get even an Uber account, you know, just to make sure of everybody's safety. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about this. You can definitely comment in the comment section and ask me any questions about this, about my experience. I try to post some more videos, some more story times about my experience driving Uber. As of at the moment, I'm not driving, but I definitely have a lot of stories to tell. So you guys should definitely stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like this video. I will definitely post some updates. I will post some tips, some advice on how to generate the most money, what's the best move, what mistakes I made. Like, I can tell you guys everything. Okay guys, I see you in the next video.
Made a helper ticket out promotion. Shout out Sushi Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta smoke. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some rats and I want some. Still got them passing.